The arroz con pollo pepper is a traditional Cuban seasoning pepper that is slightly spicy, although not very spicy, but fruity, smoky, and sweet, and when cooked, really shines in your dishes. So today's video, I'm going to talk about this one as it's one of my absolute favorites to grow. So welcome back, everyone. The arroz con pollo pepper is one where I actually disagree with a lot of the reviewers on Baker Creek, which is unusual. I tend to find that I'm pretty much in agreement with the consensus on a lot of those things, but these, if you look, tend to get sort of mediocre reviews, and I'm not sure why, because to me, they're one of the most amazing peppers to grow. This is just a look on the inside. The nice and thick walled, which if you watched my other pepper videos, is something, it's just a thing I prefer in a pepper. I like when they're thick walled. I feel like they taste better. They have more flavor. But these, the flavor really comes out when you cook them. You can eat them raw and they're okay, but when you cook with them, they just become smoky, fruity, a little spicy, just absolutely amazing. And they're good if you cook a lot of like southwestern dishes or Mexican dishes or Caribbean dishes. They just offer a flair that isn't there in a lot of other peppers. And what's nice about them is they're not so spicy that if you're cooking for somebody that doesn't like a lot of spice, they're a really good choice because they offer a little punch if you leave the seeds in, but they give you just that nice depth of fruity, smoky, what you'd expect basically out of a Caribbean pepper as well. And so they just have all of that. The other cool thing I like about them is they are extremely high yielding. And I think I grew like 3 plants and I just had buckets of these things. And they freeze really well, as I showed in my other videos. Just throw them in a Ziploc bag, throw them in the freezer, pull them out by the handful when you want to use them, run them under hot water for like 30 seconds and chop them up and cook with them. But what a beautiful pepper. I mean, look, I like to let them get orange or red. You can use them before then, but the orange and red have a lot more flavor. If you want to try these and really let them shine, Google Caribbean rice and beans recipe. Use these as the peppers, and oh my goodness, they are absolutely out of this world. Totally an underrated pepper, in my opinion. So thank you for watching. Arroz con pollo, I highly recommend.